Hey everybody, this is Kyle Terra here with Kai Talks About, and in this video I'll be introducing you to my milk snake, Olympus. Now Olympus is about a year old. I actually got him from the pet store from Pets Mart, and he was actually quite a nervous little noodle when I first got him. Now I'm unsure if it was because he just wasn't handled very well or handled much at all, or if it was just him being nervous because of his environment. But when I first got him, he used to, actually, even before I got him, he was really nervous. Like he would musk all the time, pee, and, he'd shoot excrement everywhere and just flail it all around. So I had some apprehensions about buying him. But after a little bit of thought, I was like, you know what? Let's see what we can do for this little milk snake. So eventually I went back to PetSmart, got him, and proceeded the task of trying to socialize him because he wasn't socialized very much at all. So after a couple days, it took about 3 days, which was very surprising for me, but he actually calmed down quite a bit. Now I can just pluck him out of his cage and he'll just, move around like he's doing now. He just explores, flicks his tongue out and all that, and he doesn't really try to, he doesn't bite. He doesn't flinch away all the time. Sometimes he does it, but he definitely doesn't musk anymore. That took, like I said, a 2 or 3 day process. But after that, he knew he was safe. He knew he was okay. Nothing bad was going to happen to him. I wasn't going to hurt him. And then he calmed down significantly. Like, he's this chill after only a couple of days of being socialized. Where I have Laura, who took weeks, at least 2 to 3 weeks, for her to start calming down. So it was about a month before she would actually be as calm as she is now, where she's, you can hold her, you can touch her, you can, do whatever. You can even touch her close to her head and she doesn't freak out. So he actually had a little bit of an issue a couple of days ago when I went to go pick up the mice. That issue being that he actually got wedged. He wedged himself in his temporary containment. I didn't notice it at first because I checked, he looked like he was fine. I didn't even notice it. But when I came back from getting the mice, I noticed that he was in the same position, with part of his body up close to the ceiling of the enclosure, of his temporary enclosure. And I was like, that's weird. It's been like a couple hours, like quite a while, and he still hasn't moved. So I went to pick it up and take off the lid, and then I noticed his body was wedged. And I was freaking out because it was where his spine was. If you actually look close, you can see right here, this little section that has some damaged scales. That's where his body was wedged, and I was freaking out. And I went to tap him, not violently, obviously. I was, like, Olympus, Olympus, even though I know he can't recognize his name. I can't help it. And he seemed to be unconscious. Because Laura, she sleeps, and I'll tap her a little bit, and she's awake after like 2 seconds. But he was just not there, and I thought he was dead. I moved his temporary enclosure around a little bit. He still wasn't moving. I was like, oh my God, did he die? And I went to like keep touching him, and eventually he just like sprung to life, like, whoa, what happened? And I'm like, oh my God, he was unconscious. And so then I looked at him, and I was so afraid. I was like, oh my God, he's injured. What did I do? I know it wasn't my fault, but I still blamed myself for it. And then, I was like, all right, I called the vet and I set up an appointment that next day. I called my supervisor and was like, I will not be at work on time. I need to take Olympus to the vet. And he knows that I have snakes and reptiles and all that whatnot. And he knows how much I care about them. So he was like, yeah, you're fine, Kite. And I was like, all right, cool. So I took him to the vet and gave them, I had them give him an x-ray, and turns out he's okay. Just a little bit of swelling, but his back isn't broken. I thought it was broken though, to be honest, because it looked gnarly. I didn't take any pictures or anything because understandably my thought wasn't, oh, let me take a picture of my injured snake. It was like, oh my God, I need to fix this now. So it made me pretty nervous. It was pretty emotional. I was like, oh my God, my snake is dead. But now he's fine. The x-ray just showed there was swelling. So he actually needs to take some of his medicine and he'll be fine. It's just anti-inflammatory. And then boom, done. It was like what I think the vet bill was like $140, but I wasn't complaining because I'm like, listen, as long as I know my snake's okay, that's all that matters to me. So here he is. He's happy. He's healthy. He's okay. Thankfully, thank God. But he's a chunky butt though. He's pretty chunky. So at the Pet Mart, they just fed him. They admitted they overfeed. Just because I don't really have a justified reason. They didn't really give me one. They just do it. He's quite on the chunky side, but he's gonna be okay. All I need to do is reduce his feeding, so I just feed him twice a week. Two pinky mice a week, and that's all he'll need for quite a while, because they were feeding him like 4 and 6 mice a week, pinky mice a week, and that's why he's as big as he is. But he's going to slim up a little bit, and then he'll be a-okay. So, yep, this is the introduction to my lovely, pretty milk snake, Olympus. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, share on social media, and please follow me on my Instagram, which is Kite Talks About, one word, as well as look at my website, kitetalksabout.com. See you guys in the next video, and goodbye.